Hey there, guys. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful day on today. I'm going to get started here in just a moment. Had to pull over. It's been a long day, very productive day. I actually had a very creative day more than anything, an exciting day working with a client on designing their grand opening experience, and it has been a fun and creative day, and just thinking about all of the opportunities and even having a massive budget to create those opportunities is even more exciting than anything. So I'm heading home, so I had to pull over in order to, hey there, Israel. Hi there, Rocky. Thank you guys for joining in. Hey, Cameron. Anyway, so wanted to do this quick video so that I can get home and throw some dinner together and get settled for the night, but didn't want to delay tonight's video for Mindfully Fit 365. Again, for those of you, if this is your first time joining Mindfully Fit 365, the purpose of Mindfully Fit 365 is to help people live fruitful, fit and free lives. How do we do that? A lot of times we focus on our fitness from a physical perspective. I want to help people deal with the heart stuff, right? The mental stuff, right? The spirit, the soul stuff. That's the stuff that we a lot of times neglect. Even as you go into the new year, one of the things that I have been encouraging you guys to do is to establish spiritual goals for yourself. Set heart goals for yourself. If there's stuff you need to deal with, make sure that in 2017 you say, you know what? I'm not moving any further in life until I deal with that stuff. So anyway, with all that being said, we're going to jump into today's topic. If you missed out on last week, go back on my Facebook page, go to my YouTube channel, whatever it is, and check out last week's message. We talked about reframing your story so that you can overcome your past. We talk about for you to stop playing that same song over and over because you're scratching up the record. And honestly, you are causing a whole bunch of unnecessary chaos and turmoil because you're still stuck in the past. Others have moved on, but for some reason you can't. So if you missed last week's video, go back and check that out. Again, it's on my Facebook page. And while you're there on my Facebook page, take a moment to follow me. Take a moment to follow my feed so that you get notifications anytime that I go live. And keep in mind, guys, I don't go live very often. Hey there, Jason. Hey there, DeAndrea, Kara, Angela. Thank you guys for tuning in. Brigitte, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the thumbs up and the hearts. I love it. And so with that being said, guys, go back and look at that. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I took down my old channel and started a very new channel. So I'm refreshing my likes. When I made the decision to do that, I've only had 200. Oh my God, there's this cute dog right here and I want to go rescue it. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted trying to watch this dog, make sure it doesn't get run over. But anyway, please go like my channels, all of that, subscribe, do all of that. If you have friends, share this feed right now, tag somebody, encourage others to join in, because what I really want to do, guys, in 2017 is I want to fuel a movement of people that have made the decision to live consciously, that have made the decision to live with Christ consciousness, that have made the decision to live aware in spite of all the other stuff, and one of the things that I truly believe is that you can have wealth and you can have mental and spiritual success at the same time. A lot of people have, obtained wealth, but then they're struggling in their mental and spiritual selves and in their heart and dealing in relationship issues. And so one of the things that I know to be very true, guys, is that when you change you, right? So one of the things that I'm a huge fighter for relationships, right? If you know me, you know that I love and I value relationships. My background, my history is customer engagement, customer retention, recruitment. I live for customers in the business world, but not only in the business world, I spend my days nurturing family, right? I spend my days nurturing relationships. And so I value relationships, but the thing that has become painfully obvious to me is that all of your relationships are a function of where you are, right? What's the space that you're in, right? Everything that you're experiencing in your relation. Okay, anyway, that's a whole, I'm going to get there, okay? So all of these videos, if you will notice, they're walking you through a process. And so when I say Mindfully Fit 365, guys, we are going on this journey together. every day of the year, we are going to be working on developing ourselves, right? Yeah, I know she suck. I know he got issues. I know he get on your nerves. I know she get on your nerves. I know that coworker drives you crazy. I know that they stupid. I get all that, right? But see, the issue is you. The issue is, and this jumps right into today's topic, your attitude. The issue is your perspective. And I'm going to challenge you guys out there, for those family and friends that you know that have bad attitudes and, you know, that are negative. It is our responsibility to, in love, point it out, because a lot of people act like they don't know. They act like they don't know that they negative. They act like they don't know that they hateful, that they got a bad attitude. But guess what? As being their friends and being their family, it's our responsibility in love to call them on it, right? And so at the end of the day, but you can't call the kettle black. If you over here and you're negative and your attitude bad, it's hard for you to go to somebody in love because of your stance and because of your attitude and because of the way you handle things. When you go to them, they're not going to be able to receive it, right? A lot of people always say to me, they always say, Keisha, you can say anything and people don't get offended. You can tell somebody they ugly and they don't even get offended. But it's because if I ever tell you anything or I call you out on anything, it's because I am doing it from a place of love and I want to see you grow and I want to see you do better, right? So as we talk about attitude, the thing that you have to be mindful of with your attitude is attitude. Your attitude is your feelings, it's thoughts, but guess what? Those things become behaviors. So you got to check that stuff when it's up here. You got to check that stuff when it's in your heart, because ultimately that stuff starts to show up in your actions. It starts to show up in the way that you respond. And so fast forward, with all of that being said, today I want to talk to you about your attitude. I want to talk to you on your perspective and how you're seeing things, how you're framing these things. Last week we talked about reframing your story, but sometimes you got to reframe your thought processes. Sometimes you got to reframe the way that you respond, right? Sometimes you got to reframe your face, because have you ever met somebody who you just look at them and all of a sudden they frowned up? Why are you frowned up? See, what you don't realize is that ultimately you are hindering your opportunities. Your opportunities for expansion are being hindered because of your bad attitude, because of your perspective on things. Every time somebody brings an idea to you, you the one saying, well, I don't know, girl. That don't really seem like a good idea. Okay, well, look, homegirl, I've come to you with 15 ideas. At what point is any of these going to be good to you? Your attitude, your perspective. So people stop trusting you with stuff. And now there's this massive opportunity. But guess what? You're not included because they already know your attitude bad, because they know you have a negative stance on everything. So a lot of the reason why you're missing out on opportunities is because of you. See, you're limiting your opportunities for expansion because of your perspective. And I'm going to be real about it. A lot of it is you being in your feelings, and there is a place for your feelings. I'm not saying like overlook your feelings, because your feelings a lot of times will lead you into the right place, but you cannot rest in them. You cannot live in your feelings, right? The thing is, guys, and let me say this, another thing about being in your feelings or having a bad attitude or seeing things from the wrong perspective, it can cause you to give up too soon. So another reason why you're probably missing out on opportunities for expansion is because you give up too soon. Because your perspective is, I went into this thing and I had this expectation and it didn't work out. Oh crap, you know what? I'm tapping out. Forget it. I just don't even want to. So guys, you got to understand, it's bigger than having a positive attitude. It's bigger than just saying, oh, she got a negative, or she got this attitude, or she speaks negatively all the time. It's bigger than that, because at the end of the day, your thoughts, your heart, things that are in your heart. So the unforgiveness is showing up in your bad attitude. So now you talking crazy at work because your heart is jacked up and you dealing with hurt and pain that you haven't really dealt with. So my challenge to you guys tonight, see, I'm talking about your attitude and I'm talking about perspective, because it's keeping a lot of us from really experiencing the promises of God. It's keeping so many of us stuck. It's keeping so many of us, and I'm going to talk about from a business standpoint, not even relationships alone, from a business standpoint, guys. So you're sitting up here and God has laid out everything for you in black and white. But because you scared, because see, the last time you tried to do this thing or you tried to go for that job, you got turned down 3 times. So you know what? Forget it. I'm just not perspective. I'm just not even going to do it this 4th time. It's not worth it. Your perspective has to change if you want to access the expansion that is laid out for each and every one of us. If you want to live in abundance, if you want to truly live and reach your highest potential, you're going to have to shift your perspective. You're going to have to stop allowing life circumstances to come in and jack you up. So tonight, and I'm going to wrap this up, I'm going to put a bow on it, and I'm going to get out of here for the night because I know y'all got to go to bed because I'm tired. I am so high. I am so high on today's activities. You know what? It gives me life. And this is a good example of perspective. It gives me life to sit in marketing rooms, right? Angela, what did you say? That's my story. Was just asked to apply again. Angela, that was for you, girl. Go do it again. Go back and do it again. But this time, see, okay, I'll go back to that. But let me tell you this, Angela. But see, this time when you do it, you're going to go in with the right mindset, the right perspective. Okay, Angela, it's not even just about going and doing it again. It's about this time when I do it, I'm going to go in and when I apply, I'm going to apply with the understanding. See that God created me to be great, that God created me to conquer, that God created me to have dominion, that he told me that I can ask for what I want. And guess what? Because I am righteous, consider it done. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Angela? So when you go in talking about your thoughts, you're going to go in with the right thought process, right? Then what's going to happen because you went in and when you applied with the right, and then when you go in, when you apply with that right thought process, Angela, what's going to happen is when you go in for the interview, you're going to sit up in that room, your chest all poked out, your head up straight. And you're going to have the biggest smile on your face and you're going to say, they're going to ask you questions and you're going to respond with power and authority. You're going to respond with wisdom. You're going to respond because you have a newfound sense and a new perspective on the opportunity and the way that you're approaching it. So, Angela, you are going to go back and do it again. And this time when you go back, I am calling it done. I'm speaking it and I'm coming into agreement with you and I am calling it done. I'm going to be bold enough to say it's done because I am going to ask the Father on your behalf that he honor it and he honor the request. See, I'm his daughter. And see, when I go to him and I ask for stuff, my perspective is that I don't expect anything less than the best. So anyway, I'm sorry. Forgive me, y'all. Angela, go do it again. So as we talk about perspective, as we talk about attitude. See, the reason why I'm doing Mindfully Fit 365 is because I want to see y'all live your year of more. And I'm challenging y'all every time you get on these videos with me to type down in the comment section, my year of more. This is my year of more. See, because what I'm going to help you to do as we do these Mindfully Fit 365 videos every Monday, I'm going to help you get down to the core stuff. See, a lot of people want to come and they want to help you make $100,000 a year, become a millionaire this year. See, but I don't even want you to get to the $1 million until you got your heart stuff right, until you got your mental clarity, until your spirit is right. So that way, when you get there, it's an uphill journey. It ain't no, I made $1 million this year and then next year I fall down flat on my face because I had some hard stuff that I didn't deal with and it caused and it impacted my money making potential. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to let them teach you how to get the $100,000. But see, I'm going to spend the time on your mental stuff. I'm going to spend the time on your heart stuff. So anyway, with all that being said, I'm going to challenge you in this season as we move forward. When you are faced with an issue or when you are faced with a problem or you are faced with a challenge or something that's big and you know you've been here before, I'm going to challenge you. Yeah, you've been here before, but see, I'm going to challenge you to look at it from a different perspective and my phone is almost going to die. I'm going to challenge you to go at it from a different perspective. I'm going to challenge you in this season because a lot of times your past is going to start speaking to you. And it's going to say, see, Keisha, the last time you was here, remember when you came to do this? And in Angela's instance, the last time you was here, Angela, they denied you. They shut you down. You've been here 15 years and here they go. They don't even respect you. No. Instead of that being your stamp, instead of that being the perspective that you approach it from, this time when you go in, you say, you know what? God was preparing me for this position. So this time when I go in, I can kill the game on a whole nother level. See, preparation took time. So they had to deny me because it wasn't my turn yet. That's the perspective. When I talk about the perspective shift, when you have a car accident and now your car is total, and instead of you going into a total breakdown and getting all in your feelings and your emotions about it, you say, well, you know what, Lord, I needed a new car anyway. So now let's get clear on how do you want me to go about pursuing and getting my next car? See, I'm challenging you to, and see what happens is it's not just about learning how to be positive, guys. It's not just about that. What it's about is clearing up the mental space. So now you can think a little more clearly and you can begin to move forward and do and be the things that you're called to be. See, a lot of times what happens when we're living with a negative attitude or we're living with a bad attitude or living with the wrong perspective and everything is woe is me. Everything is, oh, well, I can't do that. I don't know. Even when it comes to things like weight loss, a lot of times we got so much mental clutter, we can't even think through figuring out the problem. And we're going to talk about problem solving on next week. And I'm going to give y'all some clear, concise strategies to problem solve. But first, you have to have the clarity. You have to have the clear mental space, the clear heart space, the clear spirit space, right? In which to make sound decisions, in which to seek other opportunities and means to provide. See, so many times we get caught up with the clutter, and that is why we're stuck. So anyway, with that being said, guys, last thing, I want you to always, and I gave an example with Angela's situation, I want you to always find the positive parts of the story, the positive parts of the issue. In every issue, there is something positive, right? You know what? I want you to be able to step outside of the issue, step outside of the circumstance, step outside of the hurt. And I want you to be able to look at that thing and say, well, you know what? Even in a relationship, if he hadn't have hurt me this way, it wouldn't have caused me to understand what it was to forgive. So, Lord, I thank you for teaching me forgiveness in this situation. You know, if I hadn't have gone through this thing, this is not what I would have experienced. Start looking at it from a different perspective. Start seeing the value and the benefit that you got from each and every situation and circumstance you're in. Every problem is an opportunity, and that's the way we're going to approach it moving forward. When we talk about perspective, every problem is an opportunity. And so with that, y'all, I got to get out of here. And then on top of that, let me wrap it up with this. As you are going into the new year, the thing that I want to encourage you guys to do is to create the atmosphere for whatever it is you are seeking. Create the atmosphere for it. And what I mean by that is a lot of us got to get rid of the negative chatter. A lot of us have to get rid of all of the heart stuff that we've allowed to pile on. So one of the things that I want to challenge you to do, if you're struggling in your marriage, start listening to different teachings on marriage. Start hearing different perspectives on marriage. And then when it makes sense to you, say, oh, okay, I'm going to do that. And fill your atmosphere with positive things that speak to a positive marriage. Because at the end of the day, if you continue to go down the road that you're going with just the negative attitude, with just the, oh, he did this, she did that, I can't believe. If you continue to go down that path, nothing is ever going to change. So put things into your atmosphere that feed where you're going and what you want to have. Every day you wake up, every moment that is free that you have, if it's marriage issues, put on stuff about happy, healthy, whole marriages. Feed yourself in that wise. And what you will see is the embodiment start to happen in your own self, and you'll start to be a reflection of the things that you're learning. Music. I love music. I love self-help stuff. I listen to sermons all the time. I listen to meditations all the time. Peace is the foundation of my life. I live to have peace. And because of that, I live in a meditative zone, right? I'm always fueling my atmosphere with meditative sound. So whether that's from a worship standpoint, my atmosphere is always filled with worship because I want to stay in a place of worship where I'm grateful, where I'm expressing gratitude, where love is being poured into the atmosphere. For me, I value that. For me, meditation and being at peace, having my mind settled. And so I stir my fear with meditative music all the time, piano playing, classical stuff, right? So if you value twerking and that's what you want your Amazon, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay. But with that, that's how you know I'm done, because I start acting crazy when I'm done. Anyway, with that being said, guys, shift your perspective. As your perspective shifts, guys, you will notice that everything in your life begins to shift with it. Because at the end of the day, once you have a certain perspective on life, everything comes into alignment with it, because you start responding different. Your actions, your behaviors become different. And so it moves from a mental thing to being a total thing of embodiment, right? So what I'm challenging you guys, as we, again, put it down in the comment area, this is my year of more. What I'm challenging you to in your year of more is to embody the things that you'd like to see. Become an embodiment of it. It's not enough to just have the right mindset. It's not enough to just know the right things. What I'm challenging you to is to embody those things so that you can begin to live the life that God has called you to. And then for those of you that have not yet gained clarity on who that is, see, the moment you understand who God created you to be and who he has called you to be, let me tell y'all, the moment you truly take hold of that thing, the way I wake up every day is different this year, okay? Because I didn't have it. And I'm telling y'all, it took me a minute to get it. But when I got it, it was like my expectations changed. When I got it, the way I responded changed. Because when you understand, and I'm not going to go, because if I go into that, that's a whole teaching by itself. So anyway, with that being said, y'all have an amazing night. Remember, get your mind right, y'all. Get your life together, okay? Because remember, as your soul prospers, so shall you prosper in life and in health. Get your life right, y'all, and you will see everything. Get your soul together. You will see everything else in life line up with that. Get your mind right, y'all. I want to see y'all live happy, healthy, whole, fruitful, fit, and free. So with that, guys, share this video, like it, tag somebody, whatever you got to do. Let's get more people in on the Mindfully Fit 365 movement. Again, these videos are free every Monday night. We will talk about the in-depth stuff that ain't nobody talking about. We won't be talking a whole lot about marketing and sales. If you want to do that, I got you. You can hire me to do your experiential marketing. That's what I do. If that's what you want me to do, I can do that. But what I want to focus on is helping people get better, helping people grow. Because guess what? When you get your life together, everything you touch will be almost like gold. Do you hear me? Your experience that you deliver will be so different that you will see a shift in your marriage. You will see a shift on your job, because now you're not going in side-eyeing people. You will see you'll see promotion come in your life, because now you're approaching everything in love, and everybody want to give you stuff. You wondering why, oh my God, what is this thing? So you want to experience favor? You got to show up as an expression of it. Be a thing before you begin to get out here expecting it to be a certain kind of way or to have a certain kind of thing. You have to be it first. So with that, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Have an exceptional night. And I will see y'all next Monday at 7:30 p.m. for more Mindfully Fit 365. Again, like my Facebook, follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Y'all, I'm not worldwide yet. But I'm on all the social media platforms. I will see you guys soon. Have a good night.